Alrighty, hey Team Play Hard, good afternoon now. Sorry about yesterday not posting the video. There was a little bit of confusion between me and Ellen. I thought that she was going to call me. She thought that I was going to call her because all that she said was, let's talk tomorrow. So that didn't get done, but don't worry. I have the entire presentation and all the information you basically need for Summit. If you have any questions, just post it below, and I will start the PowerPoint now with all the information you guys need. Okay. So, all right, so here is our Summit prep video. So you can see there's some nice photos on the side from last year, just so you guys can realize it's a lot of fun. It's a wonderful time. Really gets to know the team better, and it can really, change your business. So I just wanted to lay that out there at the beginning. Let's get started. So things to prepare for, okay? The weather can be bad. It wasn't last year, except for the fact that it was humid and hot as hell. Okay, it was miserable. So I know if you're planning to wear dresses or shorts that if your legs rub together, bring chafing cream. Okay, that'll be helpful and be more comfortable. So just be aware of that. Your phone likely will die because you will likely be taking notes on it or taking photos, video, phone calls, posting on Team Playhard's page. When there's a lot of people using cell phones in one area, which is exactly what will happen, your signal might get a little bit spotty and it might take a lot more for that data to use. It'll just be, everything will be slower. We'll be overloading Nashville. So just be aware of that. So having those extra portable battery cases are great. I have a phone case here and it has an extra battery in it already. So when I charge it overnight, it'll have the extra battery and I can just press a button and it'll charge itself. So it might rain, so be aware of that. There are going to be large groups of people. It is going to be huge and packed and crowded, and just be aware of that. If you don't really like that, just be aware. We tend to hang out as a group, which is what we did last year. We mainly hung out as groups the entire time, so it's nice. And if we get cut off, Voxer is probably the best way to communicate between people. Again, like I said, poor signal, hangovers, we definitely drink and have a good time. You don't have to do that, obviously. You can go to bed earlier. It's all up to you, but just be aware that you might want to bring some ibuprofen. Street dancing, Emily is #1 person for that, as well as CJ. She did a little bit of it too. Ellen and I just stared and watched, and we're like, wow, those are our people. Those are our people. There's going to be workouts. So you signed up for a workout. There's also the super workout. And it's actually, since it is kind of a fitness type thing, and there are people being active and doing workouts on different days and different times, it is pretty normal for you to dress in workout clothes during the big sessions. The opening session and the closing session, the big ones that are at night, people tend to dress a little bit nicer for. It's not so much workout clothes, but just a little bit more casual, comfortable. The people who are elite and stuff that get recognized on stage have to dress up a little bit more, but it's not like anything beyond a cocktail dress. So just be aware of that. You want stuff to take notes with for sure. You want to bring that, whether it's your phone or pen and pad, and just get ready for some breakthroughs. So yesterday I actually spent the day with a coach friend of mine from Milwaukee, and she said that Summit was her breakthrough last year, and she is now number 82 in the company with elite points. So it's not just Emily that had a breakthrough at Summit. It's very, it happens to a lot of people. It's an amazing thing. Emily's business took off after she went to Summit this past year. It's a game changer. So be prepared for that. Be open to things. It might seem a little campy and uncomfortable with everybody being all like, woo, Shanti, T25, woo, Sagi, body beast mode, and that's actually something that happened to Trina Gray. She was kind of overwhelmed by that. And her first Summit, she actually left early because she felt so strange there. So if you feel that's a little bit odd for you, just lean into it and embrace it, and you'll see what this company and what Summit as an event has to offer you. Okay, so now I'm just going to take you through a schedule of what happens day to day for all of them. And as far as where certain things are, I'm kind of specifying only ones that I know people are definitely enrolled in and that we all want to make sure where it can get a little confusing. So first up, Tuesday, there's only one event that's going on. You guys don't have to arrive for that. It's a Master Trainer Boot Camp. Ellen's going. I was invited as a Beachbody Live ambassador. I booked my flight and everything for it. I actually got kicked out of the program recently. They want me to come back later, but they want me to work on some things. But since I had already booked my flight, they're letting me go too. So I'm going to go to that. I have no idea what's in store for me except for getting my ass kicked by some workout. So then Wednesday, we have it's when everything really starts, okay? Not crazy starts, but that's when we start having, hey Coco, some different things. So if you guys wanted to get trained in a live format for Beachbody, you can actually do it at Summit. So that's, Ellen's going to be presenting for PIO with Shalene Johnson on stage there. And they're going to have all these other ones, like Tony Horton's going to pop in for the P90X training. And I'll be there for that one, kind of shadowing as well. But they all the formats have it, including Country Heat. So if you want to get trained in that, definitely do it. And then registration does open at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, so you can go stop by the registration office and register for that. Then at 5 p.m., Ellen gets to go on this elite shopping experience in the core without having to deal with all the lines, because that place will have lines for up to 3 hours. People wait in line. I don't know why, because it sounds like misery to me. But they do it and they'll go shop. But I would actually say it might be better to hold off on shopping a little bit. I mean, Ellen gets to go to this. She's definitely going to go to that. But later on, they'll launch some products. And so if you want to get those, they won't be there until after they've launched them at the opening ceremonies. So you might want to wait a little bit to go shopping. So don't do it the first day necessarily. That's kind of my recommendation. Plus, that's when the lines are probably the worst. And then after that, at 6 p.m. to 9, there's that VIP shopping experience. So that includes a bunch of different categories of people like master trainers, Success Club, All-Star Legends. So some of them can go. But you'll have received an invite and you'll be aware of it. Old top coaches can go as well. 5-star, premier, they can shop then. And then if you guys are Beachbody Live instructors and are interested in auditioning to be a master trainer, there are auditions at Summit at 6 p.m. And Emily and I have done them before. We both auditioned last year, and it is kind of crazy. Hey, Coco, you're sneaking in there. It's this little head here is my niece. And so that is also going on. It is really intense because they have a lot of people there, and they might actually do it invite only. You might have to submit video first. So I don't know what they're going to do, if it's going to be completely open or not, but just be aware of that. If you want to, there is kind of that opportunity, but you can go to Beachbody or bbmtauditions.com and you can prep there, and there'll be information for submitting, because you can submit stuff earlier ahead of time. And then there's a big elite reception that Ellen gets to go to, because again, she hit elite from 7 to 9 p.m. on Wednesday. So Thursday is the big, real Summit stuff happening. So the core, that store, it's called the core. Just get used to that term. The core is this big store that they have where they have a ton of everything. They even had like free agility ladders outside and free resistance bands for Brazil butt lift outside as well. So stop by. Just remember, the line is crazy that first couple days. And it just tends to be crazy the entire time. But that opens at 6, open till 8. 6 to 10, registration is also open. So go on ahead, get your little lanyard and everything, your little passes that tell you, you'll get like a little wristband that tells you which hall you can go into, and they'll let you have access to that. Then we're looking at having, I was talking to Ellen about this is the one big kind of question mark, because we're looking at having a team lunch between 11:30 and 12:45 p.m. There really isn't much time between sessions otherwise. And on the other days, it's, we were late last year to a couple of them, and we really want to make sure you all get there on time, so then you guys can get the most out of it, as well as myself. I'm not a diamond yet. I need that information too. So we're thinking about doing it that day. Those times seem about good, because people who might have workouts at like 2 p.m., you're going to have enough time to digest before you work out, because there's workouts at 2 p.m. and 5 p.m., 2 staggered ones. So depending on what you signed up for, that's all individual. You'll go to those, and those are after that. So we're going to try to do a team lunch all together, probably at a restaurant. And Ellen has generously said that she will provide something, not the full meal, but something. So just guys want to come out there, get to know the team before the entire conference really starts, and we can have a great time and really start bonding then. Then at 6:30 p.m., the doors open for seating for the general session. I think it starts at like 7:30, but you do want to get good seats. The seats that you see in that photo on the ground, that's for certain groups of people only: master trainers, Success Club All-Star, Success Club All-Star Legends, Elite, Premier. I think that's kind of everybody that could sit down there. And yes, Coco? Oh, you want me to move my backpack for you? Okay. Yeah, sorry, I do that. Anyway, and then the general session goes that entire time. And it's absolutely awesome. There's probably gonna be some product launches. That's when they announced the launch of, that's a Chewbacca ringtone. So that's when they announced Hammer and Chisel. That's when they announced the Shakeology Boost, as well as Performance Line. So lots of great stuff gets announced at Summit. So get excited for that. And then after 11, that's kind of when the magic happens. I feel like that's when a lot of the bonding and hanging out, drinking, whatever. We get to just talk, get to know each other better, and come up with, and really just kind of work with mentors and have a good time. I remember that night, I think it was Thursday night. Yeah. Ellen and I were up with CJ till 3 in the morning in a parking lot outside the hotel. And it was really great, like really awesome stuff. You see, I'm doing a presentation, and then that's us in the corner. Cool. So that Friday, there's other live workouts if you signed up for them at 6 a.m. So check that out. That you're on your own for figuring out where and when, or where and if that's what you signed up for. I can help you try to figure that out later. I'm not going to do that on here. Then we have morning sessions that are workshops. And so we have a lot of top coaches and big deal people who are high rank give presentations to us. And we selected either Silver C, that's the one that Ellen picked, but a lot of people who registered later ended up taking Silver D. The speakers might be different. And so you'll want to know that. But we're all going to go kind of to the same area, and it's just different halls on the same floor that we'll go into in the Music City Center, which is the big place that we're going to be. If you registered blue, it happens, you'll be in a different area. Just come comment or talk to me. And then we'll have a break from 12:30 to 1:50 for lunch. So you really definitely want to, you can either bring your own. If you signed up for lunch, you can pick that up. I didn't do that. We kind of ate out just every day. Instead, I'm going to bring some stuff that I might be able to eat on there, but you don't want to be late for the Bridgestone Arena. There's some really good seating in there, and it's basically a big indoor arena, and they have really great talks. That's where like Shalene speaks. Christine Dwyer spoke, and we actually got there late and walked in during Christine Dwyer speaking, so we missed out on that. And then after that, there's the Beachbody Classic. Nobody went to that last year from our team, but I know like Connie and Michael would probably enjoy that. It's Beachbody's bodybuilding competition. And so that is in the Music City Center as well, where the main stuff is, from 6:30 to 7. And then that night there's parties for the Leadership Ladder. There's a pre-party also at the Bridgestone Arena. And then at 9, there's the Success Club concert. Those are both invite-only events. If you didn't get invited, like me, we can have a party and do something else and have our own fun. Apparently it's an 80s theme, so just be aware of that. Then Saturday, there's that super workout that everybody's talking about. That's the giant one that we completely like clogged all of Nashville from 6 to 7:30 a.m. They opened the gates for people to start at 5, but I know people who camped out at 3. That's not going to be me. I slept through it. Nicole and I, we had a good time. We just slept and we recovered from the night before instead that we were out late again. And then, or did we even stay out? I just think we were old and slept in. Then there's again that morning general session, but instead of being in the workshops, we start off in the Bridgestone Arena first. So those big speakers again. Then another lunch break, and then the afternoon we go back to the Music City Center for more workshops with those top or higher level coaches. 5 to 7 p.m. there's kind of a break for dinner. And then we have the closing celebration in that big arena. And just like I said before, people do tend to dress up a little bit more for that. It's really nice. They give a lot of awards out. It's really cool. So you'll enjoy it. It's really neat. And that's kind of when I really felt inspired for sure. Then Sunday you can fly or drive back home. That's the end of it. There's nothing really going on Sunday at all. Just be aware that the lines at the airport last year were horrible. I left on Monday because it was cheaper for me to do that. But I did see there were reports Nashville Airport is not very big and it can't support the amount of people that try to leave from Beachbody. So the lines to check in for like Southwest were outside of the actual indoor airport. So you want to give yourself more than enough time to get to the airport for your flight. You don't want to miss it. And there might be delays and issues. So just prepare for that. So Monday you can be like me and Jake and we're going to fly home calmly instead. So that's kind of it that we have planned. If you have any questions, just write them below in the comments and I'm more than happy to answer them. And so is Corley down there. She's 4. So let me know. And I am excited to see you all there and we're going to have an awesome time. It's going to be great. Just you wait.